Arizona Highway Patrolman Chuck Torre always comes as a little bit of a surprise to truckers listening to their CB radios up around Black Canyon City. He's a pretty friendly guy.
How about you there, North American? You got yours on? That big old trailer pushing you down the hill?
You almost can't tell who he is unless you do a fast translation of his CB handle.
Hey, you got old Barney Wumble up here, just went by you. How you doing today?
Old Barney One Bullet then really puts everybody into shock with his friendly rhyming reminder.
And don't forget out there that Smokey's going east and Smokey's going west, and those darn Smokies doing what they know best.
Don't matter if you grin or wear a frown, Smokey gonna get you if you got the hammer down.
So look out, truckers and four-wheelers too. Old Barney One Bullet's gonna get you. Y'all have a fine one out there now. The Barney One Bullet, we're clear.
The silence falls over the freeway. It is, as you can imagine, a tiny bit of a surprise to come whipping around the bend and hear Arizona's poet Laureate dispensing some good rhythmic reasons for reducing the rate of your RPMs.
It all started several years back. A couple of line drivers up here from Safeway Company. One of them's called a Crazy Dutchman and the other one's Root Beer Float. I kind of always was pretty good at throwing rhymes together and stuff, and I made up a poem about them. And from then on, I'm doing things like that, and the drivers like to hear it out there to kind of stay awake on the highway. Yep, those 18-wheelers out there, they got 9 wheels on the left and 9 on the right, and a chicken-choking driver trucking all night, trying to make shaky by a hook or crook. That's why he's cheating on the old log book. He snuck through the port, then he started to cuss. When he realized he hadn't fooled all of us, he was clucking on his CB his very best when he got ripped off by the trucker pluckers known as DPS. Hello?
But don't be lulled into thinking Chuck Torre is too friendly. If you speed through this part of the nation, you're going to get a citation.
There's a good one.
Chuck Torre's shift runs on into the night. On Friday's report, one of the true lurking menaces in the dark.
And I'm Bill Everton. Well, tonight we're going to show it a story about a highway patrol poet. Stick around and see what you think of the rhymes he picks. That's coming up next on News Center 10 at 6.
I couldn't do it.
Well, some days just aren't very exciting out on patrol, helping a guy change a tire, deputizing his kids.
I can't see kids.
And obey all the laws.
Be all the laws.
And eat my spinach sometimes.
And Chuck Torre's patrol was about half over when dark falls on Interstate 17 up around Black Canyon City. Now, Chuck is sort of the bard of the highway patrol. A little disconcerting maybe to truckers when he takes to the CB and reminds them rhythmically of their duty to keep the pedal off the metal.
Don't matter if you grin or wear a frown, Smokey gonna get you if you got the hammer down.
So look out, truckers and four-wheelers too. Old Barney One Bullet's gonna get you.
So as the night draws in all around, it can sometimes be pretty boring. So for Chuck, it all comes out in this little sonnet he wrote.
Well, the night shift's long and the night shift's dark, and it puts a black spot in a trooper's heart. He clutches the wheel with a tight fist, and the look in his eyes is mischievous. He's bored and he's tired, it's plain to see, so he creates his own activity between days and nights. He knows nights is on top, so he won't quit till he makes a stop.
That happened. Coming out of the dark, going the other way, the most activity he'd seen all day. A burglar, a robber,
Nope, it's none of these. Nevertheless, he starts to shout, "Jesus Lord, it's got one headlight out." With hate in his heart for this terrible crime, he skid across the center line. The squeal of tires, the engine roared, the red lights flashed, and a night shift scored. As he logged these tickets, he was heard to say, "Yep, can't write those if you're working days." It's kind of a fun thing to do, and put a little spoof out there on the drivers, and they poke a little fun back at us, and we all stay awake, and it keeps it a little bit safer on the highway.
As congenial and willing to chat as he is, though, Chuck Torre mustn't be mistaken for a cop who'll let you grease through his area exceeding the posted. Do that, and nothing seems to rhyme in the writing on the citation. Chuck Torre, poet patrolman. Some cops do have a sense of humor. This is Bill Everton, News Center 10, on the Arizona Roll.